Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. It's Friday afternoon, April 17th. My name's John Swalwell. I'm a technical agronomist here in Southwest Iowa for the Asgrow and DeKalb brands. I want to take a few minutes this afternoon just to talk about this weather pattern that we had come through. There are some acres that got planted over the last week or 10 days here in Southwest Iowa, and we're all kind of wondering how this radical weather pattern that we had might affect what we have in the ground. So what's on the screen right now is a picture of the average temps. This comes from the Iowa State website. If you just Google ISU soil temps, you're going to get to this great resource. But you can see in southern Iowa, we had low 40s for the average soil temperature at 4 inches for yesterday. Northern Iowa, of course, got colder down into the 30s. And if this is the average temperature at 4 inches, you can bet that at seed depth, 2 or 2.5 inches, we could have had some even lower readings for shorter periods of time. So this is in the range, where we could see some problems, or we have historically seen some problems. So we're going to go and take a look at some of the things that you might see develop on the good side and the bad side. So to do this, I'm going to just go out and look at some resources that are out on the web for you. This is on the Purdue website, the Corning News Network. This is a publication by R.L. Nielsen. It's just got some great pictures in it of normal seedling development. So if you look at the mosaic of pictures that we have here, this might be something that you would see of stuff planted a week ago with the temperature and moisture that we had. Typically, it should look like this just after 36 hours, but as cool as we've been, I'm sure that we have some seedlings that have been in the ground that aren't much past this. You're going to see the seed swollen. You're going to see the radicals start to develop. Later on after that, you've got more development out of the coleoptile, and the radical continues to develop. But these structures are nice, firm, white pieces of tissue that will be developing. As you move further down the line on the healthy seedling, you're going to see the coleoptile move toward the surface, and it's going to be pretty much a smooth structure. If we have some problems from the cold temperatures that we have, you might see some tissue try to break out of this coleoptile sheath. But here again, on a healthy seedling, you've got firm white tissue continuing to develop. This is what a healthy seedling should look like right before emergence. With the weather pattern that we've had, this is a very straight coleoptile. It's not unusual to see some bends or twists in this structure, but we want to see good white firm tissue without tissue breaking out of this coleoptile sheath. So in the past, when we have had issues with cold temperatures, we might have seen something that looked like this. The tissue broke out of the coleoptile sheath. It did not elongate straight toward the surface. It twisted around. This is not a plant that's going to contribute to stand. This is another example of just something that's not going to make it to the surface or contribute to stand. Another example of what you might find out in the field. I really think that where we're at on the planting times that we had, if we see problems, we might see something, that looks just more like this. This is a seed that swelled up and you started to get development, and then the cold temperature came in and stopped its growth. You can see that the tissue is showing some brown now instead of that bright white, and it's not continuing to develop normally. So hopefully we don't see a lot of this. I hate to make a prediction. I'm usually on the optimistic side, and a lot of times we're surprised to the good how these crops can withstand the stresses that are thrown at them. But we've had a radical enough drop in the temperature that definitely I think it's worth some scouting next week on the fields that you might have planted, and make sure that we know what we've got going on out there so we can take the best measures going forward. I hope this helps kind of sort out what could be happening out in your fields, and we'll catch up with you later. Thanks a lot.